Josh Bliss, the $100,000 question. How much income do you really need in retirement? For many people, that number ends up being $100,000 a year. It feels like a safe, round target, enough to cover the bills, enjoy some travel, and not stress about the future. But here's the reality. Retirement income doesn't work like your working paycheck. Some of it may be guaranteed, like Social Security. Some of it comes from investments that fluctuate, and taxes and inflation can quietly chip away at what that income really buys you. What feels like plenty for one couple may leave another couple short. And $100,000 today won't have the same purchasing power 10, 20, or 30 years down the road. So the real question isn't, do I need $100,000? The real question is, how much do I need based on my lifestyle, my expenses, and my long-term goals? Hi, I'm Josh Bliss, founder of Gateway Capital Management, now proudly under Balboa Wealth Partners. In today's video, we'll walk through the $100,000 question, how much income you really need in retirement, why the answer isn't the same for everyone, and how to calculate what's right for you. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps get this education out to more people. And if you're approaching retirement and want clarity on your own numbers, you can book a consultation with me using the link in the description below. Part 1. Where does the $100,000 number come from? The idea of $100,000 in retirement income often comes from rules of thumb. Many financial experts suggest you'll need about 70 to 80% of your pre-retirement income. So if you earned $140,000 during your career, you might assume $100,000 will cover your retirement years. It's simple and it sounds good on paper. But here's the problem. Rules of thumbs don't account for you. Your expenses may be lower if your mortgage is paid off, your kids are independent, and you live in a state with no income tax. Or they may be higher if you still have debt, want to travel frequently, or live in a high-cost area. So while $100,000 might be a starting point, it's rarely the full picture. Part 2. Breaking down retirement expenses. Instead of chasing a number, it's better to break your retirement spending into categories. Essential expenses, housing, utilities, food, insurance, and healthcare. These are the non-negotiables. For many retirees, these may total $50,000 to $60,000 annually. Lifestyle expenses, dining out, travel, golf, membership, gifts, supporting family. These are flexible, but often define the quality of retirement. For some couples, this adds $20,000. For others, it could be $50,000. Unexpected expenses, home repairs, new cars, medical surprises. These are harder to budget for, but can derail a plan if ignored. When you add it all together, it's easy to see why one couple could live comfortably on $70,000, while another feels stretched at $120,000. Part 3. The 3 phases of retirement spending. One thing many retirees overlook is that spending doesn't stay flat. It changes in phases. The go-go years, 65 to 75. Travel, hobbies, leisure. Spending is often at its peak. The slow-go years, 75 to 85. Activity slows, travel tapers, lifestyle costs often drop. The no-go years, 85 plus. Healthcare and assistant costs may rise while lifestyle spending falls. This spending pattern is sometimes called the retirement smile. Expenses start high, dip in the middle, and then rise again later due to healthcare. So if you're planning for a flat $100,000 every year, you might be overspending in your projections early on or underestimating what you'll need later. Part 4. Taxes and inflation, the hidden factors. Even if you've built a spending plan, 2 forces can quietly reshape it. Taxes. If most of your retirement wealth is in pre-tax accounts, like IRAs or 401ks, every withdrawal counts as taxable income. That means to spend $100,000, you may need to withdraw $120,000 or more, depending on your tax bracket. Add in Social Security taxation and Medicare premium surcharges, and the gap widens. Inflation. At just 3% inflation, the cost of living doubles in about 24 years. That means $100,000 of expenses at age 65 could feel more like $200,000 by age 89. And healthcare often inflates at an even higher rate than general costs. Without planning for these, a retiree can feel confident at 65 only to find themselves squeezed at 85. Part 5. Turning savings into income. Let's say your goal is $100,000 a year. Where will it come from? Social Security. For a married couple, benefits can provide $40,000 to $60,000 depending on claiming strategies. Investments. Using a conservative 4% withdrawal rate, you'll need about $1 million or $1.5 million to cover the rest. Other sources, pensions, annuities, or rental income can provide additional stability. But here's the key. Coordinating these sources matters more than the headline number. Drawn from the wrong account at the wrong time could increase taxes and shorten how long your money lasts. Part 6. Real-world scenarios. Scenario A. Comfortable on less. A couple in their late 60s has a paid-off home, lives in a low-cost state, and spends modestly. Their Social Security provides $55,000 annually. They only need $35,000 from investments. With $1 million saved, their plan works comfortably, even though they're well below $100,000. Scenario B. $100,000 isn't enough. Another couple has $1.5 million in savings, but they still carry a mortgage, want to travel internationally, and support adult children. Their Social Security provides $45,000. They need $75,000 from investments. That's a 5% withdrawal rate, higher than what most portfolios can sustain long term. For them, $100,000 doesn't feel like enough, even with more savings. Same goal, similar assets, two completely different outcomes based on lifestyle. Part 7. How to find your number. Instead of chasing a rule of thumb, ask yourself these questions. What are my essential expenses each month? How much discretionary spending will make retirement enjoyable? What major one-time costs should I prepare for? How will taxes and inflation impact my numbers? What income sources will I rely on, and in what order? So when it comes to retirement income, the $100,000 number is a useful starting point, but it's not the answer for everyone. For some, $100,000 will be more than enough. For others, especially once you factor in taxes, inflation, and healthcare, it may fall short. The key isn't chasing someone else's number, it's figuring out your number, what you need to cover your essentials to support the lifestyle you want and give you confidence that your money will last. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really supports the channel. And if you're approaching retirement and want to know exactly how much income you'll need and how to turn your savings into a sustainable paycheck, book a consultation with me using the link in the description below. Retirement doesn't require guesswork, it requires a plan.